What's up? It's season 10 of the Carefree Black Girl podcast where we discuss everything carefree, black, and girl. And we are here with a Carefree Black Girl alumni. She was doing her thing over there. Oh, I'm so excited. It is Jaxs with an X, so I'm going to pass it off to her first to introduce herself.
Hi. Big Jaxs with an X. How y'all doing? Merry Christmas. Thank y'all for having me, for real.
It is a pleasure. And it's your girl, Dr. Phoenix Lux, your favorite fantasy baddie, their fairy, Blair historian. And I'm passing it off to the lovely Hazel.
It's your girl, Hazel Harvey, the realest of the real. And I'm back for another episode with also, y'all know this is the girl that made it to 5th place on Rhythm and Flow, okay?
Yeah.
And passing this my girl, Legs.
All right. It's your girl, Big Les, your favorite entrepreneur, your favorite veteran turned entrepreneur. And y'all, I couldn't be more excited to be here with Jaxs with an X. So
Y'all funny.
we gonna jump right into it, girl. Okay, so we know you're from Charlotte, right? Or from North Carolina?
I'm from North Carolina.
From
yeah.
what part of North Carolina?
I'm from a small town called Curry. It's close to Wilmington, North Carolina.
Okay. That's what's up. Okay.
Yeah.
So one of the first things, like, I know for me, like, you know, my upbringing, I'm a military brat, so I was all over the world with my mom, and I know that has really, like, shaped how I see the world and how I present myself. So my question to you is, like, how did your North Carolina upbringing, growing up in Curry, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, really help shape, like, who you are and, like, what you want the world to know about you and what you put out?
I think really it just kind of showed me to be exactly who I am.
Yeah.
You know, I come from a small town. It's not, you go to these bigger places and you see so much, and it's kind of like you almost want to mold into what you see other people doing.
Mm-hmm.
But that authenticity that comes from being from a small town and everybody knowing everybody. And I said it in one of my raps. I went to Pender High School.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot hurt my feelings. Like, the high school I went to, like, it was a little rough.
Mm-hmm.
So it just really taught me the art of not giving a fuck.
Right.
So yeah, I think that's probably how it shaped me in the best way.
Mm-hmm.
Truthfully, I'm very grateful for being where I'm from.
Yeah.
Now, coming from North Carolina, like, who was, like, very influential in, like, the music industry out here in the Carolinas that you've seen and kind of was, like, seeing them doing their thing, or was, like, who was those people for you?
Or down south or anywhere like you.
Yeah, like,
Yeah. So truthfully, I didn't see a lot of, like, North Carolina music artists until Cole was maybe, like, one of the first big
All I
ones.
can think of, I might be aging myself. I could think of Petey Pablo.
And you know what's funny is Petey Pablo.
Yeah.
I did know about Petey Pablo, but, like, I didn't know, like, he was bigger when I was younger, but then
Yeah.
when I was old enough to be making music myself, it wasn't
wasn't.
like,
Yeah.
you know, like, so I
Understood,
didn't, nobody
yeah.
ever, I didn't really know too much about him. I'll say that. I did get open for him one time, which is really dope.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I did, and he did shout out My Little City in one of his songs, but that's neither here nor there. So J. Cole, and then I saw Baby doing it in college, which was really, really dope because Baby went crazy when he was first dropping. So that was hard. But as far as, like, down south rappers, I would probably say, like, 3 Stacks. Missy Elliott, was she from, like, Virginia? I feel like
Yeah,
that's
Virginia.
close.
I love
You know what I'm
Missy.
saying? Like, I feel like that's close enough.
Right.
Ironically, Ludacris is a big one for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I like those big, loud rappers.
Yeah.
You know, all up in
Larger
your
than
face.
life.
Yeah, you know, real creative. I like that.
I love that you said Missy, because I feel like not enough female MCs really talk about, like, how iconic
Insane.
Missy was, like, creatively and visually. Did she influence, like, not only your sound, but how you, like, conceptualize your music for visuals and stuff?
Yes and no. So I actually used to be terrified of that. I can't stand the rap music video when I was a kid. So because of that, I wouldn't watch anything Missy Elliott. Like, I just didn't want no parts. I was scared. I was afraid for my life. So I listened to her music, but I never really got to see, like, how creative she was until I was getting older.
Right.
And then, so it was like, at first I would say, like, no, but then I realized how similar we were. I was kind of already, like, on that path, but kind of getting to see, like, her body of work definitely kind of moved mine forward. I really was able to be like, okay, I like this. Like, I like what she does. I like how she did this, and this. I was just able to take a lot from her work.
Cool. So, as you got into rhythm and flow, do you feel like all of your influences, where you're from, like you said, being from a small town, having to kind of be minted in who you are, do you feel like it prepared you for the show? How was that experience?
It was, I feel like I have like trauma memory loss from the show. Like, like it was just a lot of pressure. Like, not like it was very, very intense. Yes. Like, it was like, this is what you're going to do. You have 24 hours to write this, memorize it, and get on the stage and perform it in front of people. And then you're either going home or you're staying. And it was just a lot. It was a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure all the time. It was a great experience. Of course I don't regret it. I loved every moment of it, but it felt like, I don't know, there were times where I felt like I was really getting to, like, on the singles round when I did Doc Martens, I felt like I was really getting to finally be myself in the show. Like, I felt like all the rounds before that, I was kind of having to, form into whatever version of myself they needed me to be. So, but I will say, again, yes, coming from that small town and being kind of so rooted in what I'm from, I didn't get lost in the sauce the way some people did. Some people got in the show and it was like this competition mode. I'm eating everybody.
That was a little weird.
Yeah, I never felt that way.
As a viewer, it was a little weird.
Yeah, like I hope it doesn't sound arrogant, but I never felt like I was in competition with anybody on the show. Like, it's a competition show, yes, but like, I do what I do and I do it well. You do what you do and you do it well.
Facts.
Both things can be true at the same time. Like, I'm here for the experience nonetheless. Of course, I want $250,000 to take home. But, and also, I don't feel like this is make or break for me. Like, this is not it for me. This is the beginning for me. That's how I felt kind of during the entire experience. So.
Okay, well, so speaking of like that being the beginning for you, like your experience on Rhythm the Flow and on Netflix, right? What happened after? So like, what were there any opportunities or anything that came after you went on the show, or like where did you go from there? Was there anything that inspired you even after getting off the show?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Yes. So immediately after the show dropped, my freestyle dropped. I actually filmed the freestyle before the show had came out, but it dropped after the show came out, and that was like a hell of a push right behind the momentum. But just people in general, people see that you are on Netflix, and they want to send you free stuff, and they want to sponsor you, and they want to send you gifts. Prime Energy Drink sent me some gifts, which was really dope of them. I just did a New Balance collab with New Balance and DTLR.
Yeah.
So that was really dope. Yeah. And it can be overwhelming at times because I'm just a girl, and I think some people forget that I'm just a girl. And I guess some people are used to working with certain people in the industry. Like, a lot of people meet me and they're like, you're actually kind of nice. I'm like, you're also a person that matters here. I don't think I'm the only person that matters when I walk into a room.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that has been a different experience. People you ever have people that kind of address you with attitude because they think you're going to have an attitude?
Yeah.
I get that sometimes. Or people are like a little like, well, this is what we're doing. And I'm always like, hey, like, that's cool. And they're like, oh.
Yeah, people are expecting
sorry.
you to be on your high horse because you're like, oh, this girl's got, like, and I'm pretty sure that's probably, no shade to y'all, but that's probably how some Netflix, people are, like, that's how some project contestants are. They like, oh, yeah, baby, I was on Netflix. But it's about knowing, like, you knowing who you are, and, like, you getting all those deals and stuff like that, and people, like, seeing you and like, oh, yeah, you're actually nice because, like, I'm humble at the end of the day. Like, I'm humble for being on that show and for this opportunity. Some people not getting those opportunities because they so stuck in, oh, I should be getting that because I was on this platform. But back to the platform. Was there anything on the show that you feel like you wish that people could have saw, like, more of you or things like that? Because I know some people had a lot of other things because they could have talked about, but they kind of stuck to one thing. So do you feel like there was more to the show that wasn't shown, or things that you wish you would have brought to the show?
I feel like I wish I would have been a bit more. it was hard for me to get into the TV mentality when I first got there because
Yeah.
I'm in it for the music, you know. So
Yeah.
like people getting in front of the camera and like doing like saying super dramatic things, like looking into the camera, being like, "This is everything for me."
Yeah.
I never thought to do shit like that.
is
Like,
all I have.
never like. I'm not thinking like that. I'm just here.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked because I was gonna ask. Did you feel pressured to do reality TV?
No, like
Like-
it wasn't like they didn't. Now, don't get me wrong. Like it's TV, and of course they want the storyline. And there were definitely moments where they would ask me questions, and like I knew they were trying to elicit certain responses, but I've also been a server for 10 years. It's not. There's not too much you can throw at me on the spot that I feel like I don't know how to respond appropriately.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of times where they were kind of like they really want, like the situation with my father. Like it's a, I don't even like to say it's a sad story because my dad's doing great. He's almost walking again. Like he's doing amazing. So it's a shitty thing that happened to him. And, you know, of course I spoke about it and how it affected my life, but it's also not my story. Like my dad is a person. He's a human being.
Yeah.
And I don't have any interest in sitting and kind of dwelling on what he's currently experiencing, you know, like this
Or
is
putting him on display for entertainment.
Yeah.
So was it like, were they looking for something like that from you? Like, were they looking like, is there anything that you're like, you know, kind of going through like that we can like kind of showcase?
they would ask me questions and I would just be very vague. I didn't go super deep into it a lot of the times. Sometimes I did talk about it, but then sometimes it would just be like, he's okay.
Yeah.
Like they'd be like, well, how's he doing today? He's doing great. They're like, you think we can get him on a call? Probably not. He's on a lot of meds today. So, but I don't think it was anything like personal, like the producers were out to get me or anything. Anything. I think it was just, it's TV. You know?
It's TV.
That's what
They
comes
want to
with
sell
it.
a story.
Yeah, but it was great. Like the producers were amazing. Everybody I worked with was amazing. All the camera people, like I really enjoyed the experience. Like I don't think they made me feel obligated to do anything or uncomfortable in any kind of way. So
Were the judges more like interactive into y'all's development as an artist, or was it like, here's your task, may the odds ever be in your favor?
yeah, we didn't talk to them.
Oh,
So when y'all went out and like were judged or critiqued by them, that was y'all's like interaction with them the whole time. Interesting.
Yeah, the only
Because, like how they made it seem was like, well, or I'll say how I interpreted
Yeah.
it was that there was some coaching happening like with y'all throughout, you know, the process. And I think at some point, I guess when y'all might have been making y'all singles or something, it was as if they might have been
In the studio.
in the studio with y'all.
yeah,
And, you know, like, that's kinda how
they were in the building.
Yeah.
When we did like our cipher, but most of the feedback and coaching we got was from T-Ron. Shout out to T-Ron,
Okay.
Right there, Ron.
Grammy Award winning.
Okay.
You know,
All
shout out to
right.
T-Ron. But as far as the judges go, I don't think they were like asked to be a part of the process, the coaching process. I know like season 1, I think they were a big part of the process, but nah, we didn't. When we were on stage talking to them, that's really you might. I think after the battle, I ran into Lotto behind stage and she like came to me and was like, "Oh my God, you were so great!" Gave me a hug.
Yeah.
But like outside of that, we didn't really like talk to them, and they didn't really give us input on like rounds and
Do
stuff
you
like
wish
that.
there was more of that? Like there was more like them coming like while y'all writing, just like, you know, just like, hey, everything could just checking in with you guys.
No,
Okay.
not in a bad way. I just don't feel like it would have been. I mean, realistically, I don't feel like it would have been authentic. Like, not that they don't want to help, but it's a competition show.
Yeah.
They don't know us, you know. Like they're their own artists, and we are all very unique and individual artists. So it's like you can come and say like, "Good luck," but it's like,
okay.
okay, you know. So I don't think it would have moved me too much one way or the other. That it may have worked better for some people to have that kind of, you know, touch base, but me personally, you know, I was cool with the interaction. I was grateful for the interaction we got on stage.
So did
Amen.
each performance feel like a performance or an interview? Like, because I have to, you know, the eliminations are there. So was it like, I want to perform really great, or I don't want to get eliminated? What's the first forethought?
You ever had somebody text you and say, "We need to talk"?
Yeah.
That's how every performance felt.
Oh man.
Imagine
Yeah.
they text you and said, "We need to talk," and then you say about what, and they read it and don't respond for 4 hours, and you're at work,
Ooh.
and you're at work.
Oh, okay.
That's how it felt. That's how every single performance felt. Every
Oh
single
my
time, that's exactly
goodness.
how it felt. Like I'm just in shambles. It wasn't like, it's so weird because it's like you want to be confident in what you do, and also music and art is subjective. You know, there are
Yeah.
some people who are just not gonna like your shit, and that's just is what that is. Like, and that's okay. Everything's not for everybody, but to have to put yourself in a position to be critiqued and to be judged, it's like you want to be sensitive about it because you're like, this is mine. Like I know it's good,
And I'm sensitive
but
about my
and then
shit.
also, I subjected myself to this. Like I signed up for this. It is a competition show. This is what I signed up for. So it's like you have these mixed emotions of, do I hate you because you don't like my work? Or now do I have something to prove to make you like my work? Or does none of your opinions matters because this is my work? Like it's a weird, I don't know, it's a weird dynamic, but
I wouldn't be a therapist if I didn't ask, how did you cope with all that pressure?
drugs. No, I'm kidding. I was just joking.
And I was just going to be like,
Don't
well,
do drugs.
okay.
They was in Atlanta,
Don't do
so
drugs,
bitch.
guys.
Here I am. You know,
No.
I was going to be like, and that's okay. And that's okay.
No, I am so kidding. No, I don't know. I guess I cope with it. I cope the same way I do with most things. I am a follower of Christ. I pray, pray, and pray, because God gonna pull me through. He done gave it to me. He can take it all. So I pray. I have a great support system. I have amazing
That's
friends.
good.
I have amazing parents. I have amazing siblings. Like my support system is very, very, very solid. I am so very grateful for every trial and tribulation I done went through with them, because without them, I don't know where I'd be. I also did order a lot of liquor from DoorDash.
Okay.
But just the vibe, you know, just having a good time.
Yeah, but thinking of like, behind the scenes too, like how was it like with the cast, like outside? Like who did you really like feel connected with and things like that throughout the show?
Okay, so speaking of liquor from DoorDash, so I would I really did order like some tequila one night because I was like, you know, we're here, we're staying in these hotels, and we've got like a day or two before our next competition or whatever. And I didn't really like drink to, let me make that clear, guys. I didn't drink the stress away, I swear. But I would go sit there and I'd be like, hey guys, y'all want to hang out tonight? And they're like, we need to focus. We're locked in right now.
Do or
I'm like,
die.
all right, well, shit. So I'm sitting in my room with a bottle like, well, damn.
Sorry.
But yeah, I don't think we actually like did things together until it was the top 5. I think it was literally the top 5, and we all went out to a club together one night, and we had a great time. It was super chill. But for the most part, everybody, I think, I get it. Nobody knows anybody. And I think most normal people don't trust people until they feel like they know they can trust them. I personally trust people until I feel like I can't trust you.
Yeah.
So it was like, I'm here like, come on guys, what's the vibe? And they're like, no, we locked in, like we're not doing none of that with you. And I'm like, all right, don't shut my fat ass up. I just
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll
go back to my room.
Yeah.
My bottle.
But once we did get to like meet and connect, like Detroit Diamond, we became really good friends from the show. Yoshi Vintage, that's my girl, love her down bad.
Yeah.
J Taj, that's my guy. Dre, Sura. Honestly, I was really cool with everybody. Like I'm not gonna lie, especially, or I'm not gonna say everybody. The top 7, I'll say the top 7 because I didn't really get to meet. Like it was going so fast, you really just did not get to
Like
meet
cypher
people.
and rap battles, you just saw who you saw.
Like all together.
Like a month in a week, a month and a week, maybe.
So it moved by fast.
Like it was literally like another competition right now. You be like, oh my god.
Yeah, that is a lot. I remember I was getting my hair done when you did your cipher and y'all both had to go again. I was so happy.
I was stressed.
We was yelling at the TV. Me and my hairstylist. I was like, she got it. I like
Done that before?
Yeah.
Sorry.
What, rap battle?
Yeah, like rap battle.
No. And I did not enjoy the experience at all whatsoever. I first of all, I didn't like that we had to battle to a beat. I felt like I watch a lot of rap battles, so I felt like if we did it, I would rather have done it a cappella because I feel like it's more than just like the lyrics, like it's the cadence, the flow, like the way you kind of make, you know, I feel like there are a lot of things to kind of make punchlines here. That's one. 2, Eminem is my favorite rapper of all time.
The pressure was on.
Bro, what? When they told it, I almost threw up. I actually almost like threw up. I was like, this is horrible. 3rd, at the time, LG was my only friend. Like I didn't have any other friends on the show. Like it was just LG. So it was like, and then they put us on a plane beside each other on the way to Detroit.
Lord,
They did not set y'all up.
Yeah,
I did
were
not like how
good
they did
TV.
that. And
They were like good.
so
TV.
I was literally in shambles. And then fourth, I was also super, super nervous. I didn't think she would because similar to myself, LG does have integrity. I fuck with LG. Shout out to my girl. I was so nervous that she was going to like say something about my dad or my sister and I was going to swing. Like I just wasn't going to, like I'm not built for that.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to let you stand in my face
Yeah,
and talk about some shit that I had really taught. Like me and LG had like personal conversations off camera. So I'm like, you really know some shit about me.
Right.
Damn.
And if you say it on camera, I
no,
don't
we don't
know.
know what's
Yeah.
Like that's going to really hurt my feelings. And everybody going home.
Yeah.
Everybody's going home now.
Yeah.
Eminem's never doing this again.
Oh, man.
Nah, but shout out to LG. She has a lot of integrity similar. to
Yeah,
mine. And it's a rap battle, so I get the people who went crazy. Like I get, but I'm not a rap battler.
But I
So-
think y'all show competition and community can exist and be entertaining. So I like the way you did that. But for real, I was just so happy you pulled through, girl.
Yeah, at
Woo!
that moment,
That thing was stressful.
Honey.
at that moment, LG started to rap a cappella first. So what was going through your head before LG decided to, bring it up again? Like, did you think y'all would have to do it again, or was it given like y'all both going home? Like,
So, okay, so here's something a lot of people don't know.
Scenes, girl. Be
So the acapella part wasn't like didn't really contribute to the battle.
Yeah.
The battle we actually did that battle twice. Yes, so we both messed up the first time. Like we both forgot our words the first time, and they were like, "Well, shit, that was horrible, guys. We're gonna try that again."
Okay.
So then we like ran it back again, and it went the way that y'all saw it on TV.
Yeah.
So that part, like the acapella part, I commend LG because like she wants to stay on the show. Like obviously she's like, let me
Yeah.
drop some shit, that I
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
that I know, and that's like that's hard. But I think it just kind of came down to like your shit was hard, but we have to give it to the person who like remembered their verse,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
more of their verse during the battle. So when she went a cappella, I was like, all right, now hold up now. Let me, all right, now let me, if we doing that, let me go ahead and drop
Let me
it.
shift my wig back.
But yeah, I think it was a smart move on her part for sure.
And I also want to wonder that too, because I remember it was another competition show where they made people perform twice, and usually someone would mess up on the second one, like on their first or second time, and they would use the bad edit to use it as an excuse to eliminate the person. Did y'all ever have to perform twice on the performances, or was that actually just live one take?
That it was really live one take. I think the battle was the only thing we did twice, and I think we really only did that twice because you could tell both of us just kind of drew a blank completely. Like
Yeah, I
we
was,
were the
like,
last
nervous.
pair to go in like real time,
Right.
and it was just a long day. Like it was freezing out there. I think it was just kind of we both just kind of were like.
Went it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it just was not giving anything. And they were kind of like, all right, I think we should do this over again because this wouldn't go either way. So
Okay.
And so, I want to make it spicy. So, episode 10,
episode 10,
I couldn't finish it.
the finale.
Yeah, I couldn't finish it when it was the 10, 15 minutes in, and they decided who to go home. Baby, I paused it, searched up who won, and that was it.
Oh yeah, I was done after you was done, girl.
So
I became a fan after
Yeah,
Doc Martin.
it
I was
was-
like, we here.
it irritated me. So I want to know, did you feel like it was your time to go?
No.
And if
Absolutely. Because I feel
No.
like I'm on the same with you.
Hey, we are
And
on
then-
the same page.
Absolutely not.
who should have gone that night, based on how you feel and how everybody's performances went?
So I've said this to all of them. I've said this to Diamond. I've said this to Surah. I've said it to Dre. I've said it to J Taj. I don't know which one of y'all it should have been, but it should have been one of y'all.
One of y'all, 'cause
Shouldn't
I-
have been me.
Yeah.
It should not. Like in the day that it happened, I was like, dang, like I really thought I killed that performance. Maybe it just
You
wasn't
did.
how I thought it was. When I went back and rewatched it, and y'all, I promise, I'm not cocky, I'm not arrogant, none of that. I've never been that way. I think there are people out there that are better than me. I'm always willing to learn. I'm always willing to
Yes.
accept feedback and criticism. But going back and watching, having to match Honey's vibe, like she was dope, but having to like match that R&B vibe, the femininity and the sensuality on stage, like
you
having to
dirty
match that
wine?
inner,
Bitch.
having to write to that. I think that was arguably one of my best performances to date. So for niggas look me in my face and be like, "You're going home?"
And this
Crazy.
is my follow up question too, because what irritated me and wanted me to throw my phone at the TV screen was, how did you feel when they said? Because this what pissed me off. It wasn't like, oh, you know what, we didn't like your performance, or based on the whole competition. What they said to you was, based on who we want to see go to the finale. How did you feel when that statement was said? Because that irritated me. Like,
In real time, I laughed. I did. I did laugh because I didn't. It just felt like, okay, I don't really know what's going on at this point. Like, I don't know what. Like, yeah, I'm very confused now. Because I don't understand. And then to be like, oh well, we heard you messed up in the battle round. Y'all have told certain artists y'all didn't like them several times in several battles. What does that have to do with
Here,
this
right
round
now.
with what we just did? So I was very confused, and it was just more like I wasn't sad, I wasn't upset, like I didn't cry or anything. I went backstage, and everybody looking at me, and I'm looking at them because we all got to say, like, we all like,
what the?
So I wonder, because I know on other competition shows sometimes we don't see the full critiques, and that has been like a controversial thing. Were those the only critiques you received, or was it chopped and edited for the show, or was that really
no,
like that was it?
literally the only thing they said that night about my performance was that I had messed up in the battle round. Like, they didn't say anything about my performance that night. There was no like, you should have did this different, you should have did that different. There was none of that. It was just, what they say, Surah was more disruptive. I believe that's what they said was the word they used. And we heard you messed up in the battle round. I said, okay.
I feel like they needed to have what we saw, like the behind the scenes on how the artists work with the producers, the actual artists y'all collab with and stuff. Because for me, as a person who, I'm not like so in the music industry, but I know when I have artists that I like them holistically, like who they are as a person, but also what they put out to the world.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I want you, to be humble, you still stand up, put your foot down, for the things you need to, but there was a respect level and stuff. I think holistically, I wish there was more of like the judges who actually see who the person is, like holistically, like when they're on set, when they're working and practicing and stuff. But then I guess on the other side of that, it's like, then how can you really judge? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like unbiased.
Because basically, honestly, what that gave to me was bias. So,
Well, I think honestly,
Bitch.
even though you guys are like contestants, you're also their peers. And sometimes when people see greatness in you, they like, you'll be all right. But I don't need you here right now.
And honestly, I like, in the moment, like, I was like, I thought it was a little crazy that I went home. However, I am very grateful that I did go home that day, because people were outraged that I went home that day. And because I went home that day, like, that's what made people come to find me, to be like, we want to tell you how much we hate rhythm and flow. Like, so like it worked out in my favor in the end. And then also, I don't feel like, even though I feel like I had the best performance that night, I don't think I feel like it takes anything away from the artists that did make it to the top 4.
No.
I do think they're all very, very talented artists. And I don't, of course, we all feel like we should have deserved to go further than we did. Like, it's a competition show. Like, everybody's going to feel like I should have been the person. Yeah. So it's like, I can have my feelings about it, but I think they picked a great top 4. Like, I think all 4 of them were deserving of the top 4, and they.
Top 5 was tier. No shade.
And like you said, you were like, people want to give you brand deals because you were on Netflix. But I want to say, I think they give you brand deals because you can rap your ass off. And you're talented.
Thank you.
And after.
I want you to go to the end grind around.
Yeah. Oh, no. I was done when you was done. I'm not even playing. I was like, yep.
Really?
Le Google
Right.
who won?
So now, after leaving the show, like, what have you really feel like you've learned as an artist and like in your ability to rap and things like that? Like, what did you really take from the show from that? Like,
that that I'm actually like pretty okay at this. Like,
Girl, you're good.
More than
Don't
like,
say
okay.
I've always like been like, okay, like you can rap, but there were moments during the show, post show, that I was kind of like impressing myself. I didn't really have that before. And I don't know if it's more of like, I don't want to come off as arrogant, or I don't want to come off as cocky. I don't want people to think I think I'm better than anybody, because I don't feel that way. But there have been moments like since the show where I'm kind of like, you said you were going to do this and you're doing it and you're actually really good at it. Like you should put a little bit more respect on your own name.
Absolutely.
For sure. And we're going to take a little break. And we're going to play a few games with Jaxs with an X shortly.
Welcome back. We are back. And y'all know we're going to get into my favorite segment. Hot or not. Hot or not. Okay. So we definitely gonna put Miss Jaxs in a hot seat. We're gonna ask her what is hot and what is not. Y'all know me and 3LW here. We be insane. We be insane. We be insane. So we gonna see if Jaxs can hang with the girl. So
Let's see.
the first one is going to be oversized streetwear. If it's a hot, that means you like it. If it's a not, you like, yeah, I ain't feeling it. So, and 3, we're going to say our hot or not. So, 1, 2, 3.
Hot.
Nah.
Not.
Oh, we wasn't in.
Not.
Hot.
Oh.
So why is it hot?
Okay, Kelly
First
and
of all,
Beyonce.
how y'all gonna have me up here as a girlie who wears oversized streetwear?
And
Y'all
that's
gonna say
crazy,
it's not hot. So what
I
y'all
mean,
trying to say?
it's not bad. It's just not my style.
What y'all trying to say?
Listen, I love it, but
No, but ain't no but.
listen, it's a personal thing.
Nah, I feel it.
I'm fluffy, and so the oversized be looking too oversized on me.
Okay.
So therefore,
That's fair.
it's not for me.
Yeah,
But for
it's not.
y'all,
Thank you. Hi. You know.
That's fair.
My little skinny, and then, you know, you big mama, I'm little mama, bitch.
Yeah,
It's
like-
giving like, boom.
Yeah.
And actually I used to love it too. Like my dad had like the vintage like 90s, like, you know, like he had the oh my god, oh girl, I have to go deep find that picture, but he had like this long Coogi sweater. I used to wear it all the time at school.
That's hard.
With no pink on. And girl, I used to give you at school. I was like, yeah, this is a dress. This is a dress. So but now I look back, I love that be. That shirt was way too big for me. Like y'all see me now, I'm all
Like I love the streetwear. Like I said, I just got cinched a little bit, so I don't
it's
look
cute,
too-
but it's hot for
too
y'all,
swole.
not for me.
That's fair. That's fair.
But how'd you get into that like sense of style?
Truthfully, I had actually put on weight and got insecure about it. So I started wearing big clothes to like hide the fact that I had put on weight, because I've been super small my entire life. Like, I mean, like barely could get over 115. And then COVID happened and I'm looking at like 165, 170. And it was just really different for me. So I just didn't know how to move around in my body yet. So I started wearing oversized clothes and I just so happened to like it. So then when I got like back in shape, or, you know, lost the weight that I wanted to lose or whatever, I just kept wearing big clothes. You know, I also like it because as a woman, it's very easy to be sexualized in a industry with a lot of men.
Oh yeah.
And I like that when I get on stage and I rap, like most men aren't looking at me initially because they're like, oh, like we want to see what she's doing. Like they hear me first, and then they're like, oh, you're actually kind of cute too. Like, yeah, thanks.
Work, love it.
I like that.
Yeah.
The oversized streetwear, I mean, I don't know. My style is different. It just depends on mood. And sometimes I do like any little oversized, whatever. And throw that on some sneakers with a cute thing. Like it, y'all like me not see me in the same type of style. And, you know, so, yeah. That's why I'm like, I'm for it. We're not for it. And then,
Yeah.
so that's why I think it's
And so the next one is going to be rappers singing on hooks. Give y'all a little. Okay. So rappers singing on hooks. So on 3, we're going to give it a hot or not. 1, 2, 3. Hot.
I'm gonna say it's hot. Yeah.
Oh.
Are we 2LW?
Come on, Farrah. What's going on? Come on, Farrah.
I mean, it just depends. Now, some of y'all be sounding a little raspy, a
For
little
sure.
weird, a little, not for us, honey. So it just depends on who you are. I think, do what you feel comfortable doing, but at the same time, like, if it ain't for my palate, my ear,
I ain't listening to
feeling
it.
Yeah, I can't do it. But so I'm not gonna give it a hot because sometimes y'all need to not. Yeah, that's just what it is. But Tweetia's on way after this hot.
Who is like a good rapper who sings on hooks for y'all too?
For me, this is gonna sound crazy, but Big Sean sung the hook for "Inspire Me." He was gonna get Jeremiah to do it, but his mom wanted him to do it, and he was like, "I can't really sing, but you can feel that in the song." And it's like one of my favorite songs, and it's like that's why I like it. Like I don't want you on there just kind of like, playing around. But I feel like when rappers, because most rappers use their own pen, if they're singing, it's like a point of vulnerability versus talent.
Okay.
To me.
Now, what type of singing we talking? Like y'all talking like singing,
Not
or
like hitting high notes, but just singing like like for example, my favorite y'all know Mother Queen Nicki, like this time won't you save me?
Okay.
This time won't
So,
okay.
I think like
I'm not Lord right by my side. Oh, it's like it ain't just spit game, it's your dick game, like So yeah, like just
Okay.
a little 1-2 hook,
Dolce
and then
does
they go
it really well too.
Oh, Dolce too.
Okay, yeah. I think like Roddy Rich does that very well. I think Polo G does it well. I think I really think it can be a hit or a miss. There are some people who do it that should have left it in the studio.
Yes.
You
Sorry,
know?
but your girl.
But music is subjective. So,
Who you talking about?
Yeah.
I know you ain't talking about the hot girl.
Yes.
I ain't said I was a hottie one time.
But here we are.
don't do her because that crying in the car ate down. Now,
See,
money
that's what I'm
to
saying.
make
See,
me,
they
all
make me
right,
sad.
taking
I'm a
care
hottie
of
for all the
my
world.
TV. She
Okay.
ate that down.
But shout out to the singers. Woo. Next, we're gonna get into TikTok challenges influencing the music. Like, so basically people are making songs just for TikTok, for trendy songs to get a cute little, hey, I'm a whip and hood, yeah, but that was TikTok, but but yeah, they make a song so it could trend on TikTok and then die out, and then
Song that,
Mm-hmm.
What song was that? That 1-2-step song?
Tootsie Slide?
Tootsie Slide.
Yeah.
He made that for TikTok.
So we're gonna give it a hot or not. 1, 2, 3.
Not.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
We cannot. Oh, Destiny
It's a no
Child's
for
up in
me.
here.
Yeah, like I get it. I really do get like why people do it. I get the market 1,000%. I can understand it. But flash in the pan music is not really my jam.
I
Like
just
longevity.
even some music like that goes viral on TikTok that was like back in the day. Like you hear like the hook, you're like, oh, this is good. And you hear the whole song, you're like, oh.
I feel like it steals the creativity from it because that's a very slippery slope to start getting into like metrics and did it perform well and I get a brand deal and did this person see it. So I feel like not for me because I feel like it doesn't come from a creative space. Right. It comes from a social engineering space, if you will.
That's fair.
Okay.
And then the last but not least, we're gonna have AI generated music. So basically giving Chat GPT, write me a hook, write me a verse. So 1, 2, 3.
Nah.
No.
Y'all already messed up with the ghostwriters, and now we got
Wait. Leslie, real quiet over there.
I feel like, okay, it's not like hot, but it ain't like not. Because I have heard some good boy.
It's not because it's destroying the earth and it's sucking up all the water. I got to put my tin can hat on.
Now you get deep into like the politics of it all. I'm just talking about the extra music that's generated. Some of it be good, like some of it be cute. It be cute. I mean, it ain't like the
So like,
I say it's like lukewarm.
so but if an artist uses it and it's good, you think it's hot.
Now, if you taking that and making it like your brand, that's different. Like when you trying to like carry it on as your own, I think that's a different thing. But if it's like for example, I work with a standard brand or whatever, and they use AI to create a little bop that incorporated their values and mission and all the things, and it actually came. It was like pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? And they used it as like
they used it to like add just like visuals to it and put it on their Instagram or whatever. Like, but they were able to critique that and make it their own. They just didn't have the tools to make an actual bop. So that's what like I can see where it can work. But I think if you're an artist who, you know, is claiming to write your own songs and do your own thing, yeah, using AI is not, you know, not the move. So that would be a not, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I said. A little more. It can have its
I say
brand.
not. When we have AI Tupac, you need him to help you this, put it away. No more AI music. That's it. Wrap it up.
And Jazz, do people gotta put their pen down to be a rapper? Do you feel, or do you feel like, because even like I said, like because we have ghostwriters, and maybe even these ghostwriters are using these AI generated music for lyrics to give to artists and things like that. So do you feel like you gotta put your pen down to be a rapper?
I have very conflicting emotions about that. I feel like I don't think it's a bad thing. Like if I'm sitting in a room and I'm writing and y'all are here and y'all like, oh my God, use this line. I don't think that's crazy. If somebody writes a song, the entire rap, the verse, and say, you rap this, I feel like you gotta like tweak it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like add it.
Make your own song.
Well, I feel like at that stage, you're not a rapper, you're a performer.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I guess some people are like more artists than they are like rappers.
Yeah.
So I would say to say like you are a rapper, I would say yes, you need to be picking up your pen and writing. But I'm not taking away from the artists and the performers, because some people have the voice and they have the look and they can sell. Yeah. And again, market, I get it, 1,000%. But I feel like to be a rapper, like I need you to.
Because do you rap or do you tweet? I can tell. Get in the booth. And that is our Hot or Not segment. We will get right back to you guys on Who Said What?
Who said that?
Who said that?
We are back with the Who Said That?
Who said that? Who said that?
We are back with the Who Said That game. This is where we basically read a lyric or phrase, and our guest this time is going to try to guess who said that. Okay, and y'all, if she can't get it, let's give you a few seconds, Dan. We're here for a second.
Please.
If she can't get it, y'all help her out.
Please, Lord Jesus.
We got winners on this team. Okay, so number one. All right, we'll go for number one. Oh wait, number one is Phoenix. Phoenix, you got number one, girl. You got it.
Let me
Okay,
get
so
my,
she gonna
let me
read
get my
it
script,
probably
y'all.
like in a way where you probably wouldn't understand it. Like she's not gonna read it like how the person said it. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Ooh, time me out.
You know, make sure y'all put your phones on time limits, you know, the eyes, you know.
Okay.
All that fake love you showing couldn't even disguise you.
Ooh, that is hard.
All that fake love you showing couldn't even disguise you.
That's hard.
Give her something.
Is it Drake?
And
Oh, it's only women? Oh, I don't know.
Close to Drake. Was close to Drake.
Drake, when she was
She
close
put
to
out,
her.
Is it
an
SZA?
album in a little while.
Good
Yeah,
guess.
nice beauty brand.
Drake, when she was close to her.
Rihanna?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Because she
What-
said, what she say? It was on Needed Me. When she's like, all that fake love you showing could even disguise you.
First of all, I like that y'all thought I knew the words to that cursive.
Because she said it at cursive.
The whole song is in cursive. And in fact, that was an amazing album, a 10 out of 10 album. Half of the album was in cursive. I don't know what was going on.
Nobody is me in the right.
I really shit.
Y'all, that thing got me through my
Clueless.
deployment, baby. I
Okay.
stand beside.
Yeah, no, real. I was in college just whining. Don't even know what's going on.
When I saw that line, I was so confused trying to rewind it back without listening to the song in my head. Like,
I can't even
What
tell
is-
you what part of the song. Even though y'all told me what song it is, I still don't know what part of the song it is.
Like, I wouldn't have known that to be the phrase at all. So I'm understanding right with you. Yeah. But
Yeah.
part of it.
I'm gonna listen to Need It when I get in the car.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like, I'm
got to.
listening.
You're going and listen to
Needed
that.
me.
Leave her that's when she said it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So number two. I'm gonna read number two. All right. I'm gonna try to remember. I feel like I want to do a weird verse. Okay.
I changed the game with that digital drop. You know where you was with that digital drop. I didn't do it, but she can. You let her know for 2 seconds. Really dirty. They got little words that she. I changed the game with that digital drop.
When that digital dropped.
Nowhere. Oh, excuse me. Nowhere you was in that digital drop.
You sound
Was
like the
it
grind
Nikki?
dog.
Oh, it's close.
Close.
A little bit, like
Close.
She
It was
up there.
it
She
was
up
a
there in
song
the
on Nicki.
industry.
Cardi?
Ooh.
Singer. Jesus, be offense.
Queen.
The queen.
Queen. Beyonce?
Yeah.
Beyonce,
Yeah.
Beyonce.
I want y'all to know, I listen to DMX when I'm in my feelings. I want to make that abundantly clear.
I'm feeling myself.
Oh,
I'm
not
feeling
DMX.
Y'all know.
You're not listening to
Yeah, that's her song.
Oh, I listen to DMX when I'm in my feelings.
My girl is a hardcore masculine. She need a masculine. She don't need that feminine shit.
Okay.
Right.
All right, now I
Nicole.
know you gonna know this one.
Okay, fingers
It ain't
crossed.
no hints on this one because you got to know.
Okay, if I don't, take my black card.
Your card gone.
Take it.
Okay, here
Take
we go
it.
now. It's in you, not on you.
The fallout is crazy, Leslie.
Come on, girl.
And she just said it was traumatizing. Lord.
I'll take Lotto for 500.
I know I keep saying this, y'all, but it's what's in you, not on you.
She ain't come up with that.
I know I keep saying this, y'all, but country accent.
For sure. Twice.
Okay. All right, girl. Hey, now, last one.
And you know, I'm gonna switch it up because
Switch it
I feel like if I do the voice, I think I might know. I worked my ass off while you sat in the back looking like Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Yeah, who said that?
I can't even give you a hint.
Reality TV legends.
Oh, I know who that is. I know who that is.
Tiffany?
Come on.
New York?
Real Housewives.
Oh, I don't watch.
Oh,
So
you don't know.
sorry.
Well, I'm pretty sure you know her. You probably just know what's her phrase, but this was the iconic Lanitia Nene Lee.
Lee.
I remember her, like, I remember
Who do
the
you think she
shower
called-
thing.
Who you
I
think she
didn't
caught? The what?
The shower thing wasn't like with the shower pole or something.
Oh, that made me fall.
Oh, Lord. Sorry, y'all. I don't.
Love it.
Y'all, literally the only reality TV I've ever watched was like
And that
the
makes
Bad
sense.
Girls Club.
Bad girls.
Bad girls.
Don't
talk
like
about
me.
that.
Take a hike. Take a hint.
We need to talk about it. Who y'all think she'll talk about though?
What she said?
Uh huh.
Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Y'all gonna gag?
Who was she? Kim.
Nope.
Oh, dang.
It wasn't Kim.
It was on the Apprentice. It was on the Apprentice.
Oh shit. I don't know then.
It was the iconic Latoya Jackson.
That's me.
Like a ghost while I did all this hard work.
That's me.
Yeah. Lost me.
Child.
But yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, this is not my game.
You got one.
No. I didn't even get 1 out of 4. We being honest.
We
I got
gave her an easy
zero.
one.
Big old goose egg. Okay.
Well, that concludes. Who said that?
Who said it?
All right, and we're gonna get into our carefree keys.
Yes, God.
Yes, Carefree Keys. It is Women's History Month, and we just left Black History Month. It is a wonderful time to be a Black woman.
Hello.
And so we want a few keys from our guests. Now, you were formerly a teacher. You also said that you were a server for 10 years. When was the time that you knew to evolve and just take the leap with your music? And what advice do you have for young Black women chasing their dreams in the industry?
So, my purpose in this life, my gift is music, but it's not my purpose. My purpose in this life is to inspire and to show people that they can do exactly what it is that they want to do, regardless of their situation or circumstance. I always tell people, I know it sounds super cliche, but to literally just do it. Stop talking about it. Stop saying you're going to do it. Stop waiting for this and this and this to line up. Just do it. Wake up tomorrow. Matter of fact, before you go to bed tonight, start doing it. Just it doesn't. You don't have to wait. It's always going to be something. There's always going to be something else. So don't. Well, when I get this paycheck, or when I do this, or when I come here, or when I move there, and as long as you keep, there's always going to be something pushing it further in the future. Yeah. So literally, just do it. While I was serving, I was making music. While I was teaching, I was making music. I went on Rhythm and Flow. While when I went on Rhythm and Flow, I didn't have anywhere to stay. I didn't have a car. I didn't have a job. Like I had nothing. I don't want to say nothing. I don't like to say that. I had a lot. I had a hell of a support system, but I didn't have anywhere to stay. I did not have a car, and I had just lost my job. Yeah. And I was sleeping on my homegirl's couch. And it was like, you would think, niggas would be like, what are you in the studio for? You should be trying to do this. Yeah, I'm going to do that too. But like, I'm going to do this. Like this, I have to make time for this. If you don't make time for it, you can never live out dreams that you don't make time for. So you have to do it. You have to do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. It doesn't matter how much it hurts or how much it sucks in the moment. You will regret not doing it if you don't do it. And sometimes it doesn't work out, and that's okay. Yeah. But you won't know that it didn't work out until you try to do it. So even with me teaching, I only quit my teaching job. I love teaching. Mm-hmm. I was a 6th, 7th, 8th grade math teacher. And them kids are bad as hell. Yeah. I love my kids though. Whew. But the only reason I left, truthfully, was because it was becoming too much of a thing with me doing music. Them seeing me on TV, it was hard to kind of
separate.
Translate back into that role of being in front of the classroom and being like, what's answer number 3? And they're like, let me talk my shit. And I'm like, fuck. Okay, well, like, I get it.
You can't do that.
Yeah, like.
Because yes.
Yeah, like, I get it. I get it. Yeah, literally. Like, we used to have, the incentives used to be like, if you do these problems in the next 15 minutes, I'll freestyle it in the class. And everybody's doing their work. So it was sometimes kind of hard to kind of go from being this person to that person and kind of living both of these lifestyles at the same time. So essentially I did have to quit. And once they like found my Instagram, it got really rough. Like I was like, oh my God. I remember going to class and the kids were like, our teacher's some fine shit. I said, yo, y'all can't be saying stuff like that in the classroom, bro. Like I'm an adult. No, yeah. Okay. I know I'm a young sprung chicken and y'all just see me turn up on Netflix. But I'm an adult, damn it. Yeah. And y'all go show me some respect. And now my kids be in my comments like trying to beat up other people and stuff. Don't talk about my teacher that way. So we got your back. They definitely have my back. I fuck with them in the worst way. And I also worked at an alternative school. Yeah. Okay. So I don't think they were rough around the edges, but the kids that people would call rough around the edges, they just need a little bit more guidance than other kids did. And I think that's okay. Everybody's situation is a little different. And I think they deserve the world. And when I can be in a space to go back, they actually, after I had left the school, they did a talent show. And one of my students, shout out to Peyton Peso, she rapped in the talent show. And she was like, because you do it and you look good doing it, and I want to do it too. And she ate it down. So, Inspired. Yeah. Be who you want to be.
Jazz love the kids.
Real big. I can't stand them kids, but I do love them. Yeah, those are my babies, for real.
It was good. I love that. So I guess now it's like, I can't remember when Rhythm and Flow dropped, but since then, it's been a few months. I feel like since I watched it and stuff. Like, so what's like really next with you? Like, what you got going on? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like with your artistry or just your life in general.
Just a lot of big things coming up. A lot of shows I'm doing. I got I have a show next week. Mm-hmm. We have South by Southwest coming up. So that's going to be dope. I've got a show in New York. I've got a show. I don't want to give too much away. Okay.
Yeah.
Keep it close.
Maybe some other deals and stuff coming. Maybe some big stuff working behind the scenes that I'm really, really excited about.
Okay. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna try not to. No, I literally just went home for the weekend, and my grandma was like, I talked to my grandma for 5 minutes. She said, Jazz, I like New Balances. Okay.
Yeah. Family is
nice
funny
to
like
know,
that.
Grandma.
She like, call the president and get me the
She's like, I wear a size 9.5. I'm like, okay, girl.
Yeah. But, good. I mean, well, best of luck with, all you.
You. I appreciate it.
Best of luck with all your performances and everything that you got going on. That we
really, really appreciate you taking the time to come
sure.
chop it up with us.
I appreciate y'all for having
I learned
me.
so much. I know the ladies here have learned so much about your journey.
For
We
sure.
wish you the best, man.
Oh, thank you, sister girls.
Thank you for being our first
Yes.
guest.
Thank
you
y'all for
so
having
much.
me.
Yes, give her tips.
Yes.
And you number one with Carefree Black Girl.
Okay.
We don't care what Rhythm
Yeah.
and Flow say.
Per.
Period.
Y'all make sure y'all catch Jaxs performing with Carefree Black Girl at South by Southwest. She is going to be the featuring talent. And then also check in for our headliner, Layla, with the exclamation mark. And this will kick off our
Layla.
multi-city tour. It started in Women's History Month. And y'all make sure y'all follow us, follow all the hosts, follow Jaxs. Before we take it out, we're going to let her give all of her socials. And of course, we're going to remind y'all where to catch us.
For sure. Yeah, y'all can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Farmers Only, Plenty of Fish at _official JAXS. That is _official JAXS.
All right. You heard it there. If she looking for a farmer bill, you know, she got a little shot or whatever. It's your girl, Dr. Phoenix Lux, your favorite fantasy baddie, Fairy. You know you can catch me here on Carefree Black Girl. Listen to us on Revolt. We are powered by Revolt. You can also tap in at CFBG Pod on X. You can chat with us on Instagram. You can find me on IG at Blurty Love. And I am Phoenix Lux everywhere else. And I am passing it to the lovely and the beautiful Green Dream Hazel.
It's been your girl, Hazel Harvey, losing her voice. And yes, y'all will catch me on the next Carefree Black Girl podcast. I'm not going anywhere, and you're not going anywhere. So catch me there. And lastly to the lovely Big Les.
Not the little one.
The little one. All right. It is your favorite veteran turned entrepreneur and content creator. Y'all can find me at www.leslietreats.com. Make sure y'all subscribe to that newsletter. Hit me up on Instagram at leslietreats, on all other platforms too. And we will see y'all on our next episode. Bye.
Bye.